Hey guys, girls, thems, radiators, windows, whatever you want to call yourself this week. Welcome back to the channel. Me on my own today. About time I made my own video because let's face it, Steve's the one that's always appearing on the camera. And I'm the one that does all the work in the background and you never really see me. You know, like wheeler dealers, but you got that guy Paul. He always calls him in when he says, "Oh, I need a hand." But we all know that Paul is the one that does all the work, and Ed China just grabs the camera opportunities to do a bit of spanner in here and there. Well, that's sort of how it is. So I think it's about time that I did it and got my own little video. Anyway, so last video you saw the Jazz move under its own power, in inverted commas. We managed to get it all buttoned up, and I've got one last job to do today, and that's to fit these bonnet catchers. They need to be done today, and then technically I can go and fill it with fuel, drive around, no dramas. But also, on the last video, hopefully you'll remember, we said that we'd do a reveal on the Datsun. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a bit of a walk around, try and shuffle around in the garage to get around the car and just show you the work that's been carried out, because if you remember, I'll try and throw some little snippets in here and there, some pictures I've got on my phone of the car beforehand, because it did need metalwork, and let's face it, very, very badly. Yeah, I'll try and throw some snippets in, little clips or photos here and there. I'll edit some YouTube magic, and then we will compare them to what they look like, or what it looks like now. But yeah, let's get to it. Right, sports fans, here she is. So, first and foremost, I need to say a massive thank you to my good friend Andy at Auto Panel Solutions. He's the guy that agreed to take this on to speed up the process of building the car. And I think without Andy, me and Steve probably would have been about another year or so doing these repairs, given maybe a bit longer actually, given the amount of time that we actually get to work on the car. So yeah, Andy at Auto Panel Solutions, find him on Facebook and now Instagram, because I've sorted him an Instagram out. Find him on there if you need any of your Datsun work doing. He is amazing, as you will see. So this is how the car currently sits. We transported it down here with all the panels on, and he needed all the panels to check fitments, etc. And he's done an absolutely amazing job. So as you can see under here, I'll try and find got a little torch somewhere. Right, so I finally found my torch. And as you can see, these are new inner wings. Let's say new. They're from a donor vehicle. And everything's just blasted and repaired properly. New air tubes all the way, and literally a complete new front end. Walk you around. Old Honda Jazz engine if anyone wants it. Oh, and gearbox, completely free of charge. Hit me up if you want it. Whack it in something, I don't know. Anyway, passenger side, exactly the same, all completely brand new. New air tubes, everything, brand spankers. You'll notice there though, there's a bracket, that bracket that's in the middle, that's for the brake line. You couldn't salvage the one on the other side, so I need to source one of those. I think I've got one coming from the States, because no one seems to have the same one in the UK. They're all rotten. So yeah, that's got to be fitted to that bit there. Eventually, when I get it, no dramas, easy enough. Just some spot welds. Now this, when I saw this, when I picked the car up, I was nearly in tears because this is absolutely incredible. The whole, everything has been replaced. So Andy made all this from scratch. Let me turn this torch off. Andy made all this from scratch. He makes all these himself. Front slam panel. Mine was rotting in places and had been repaired very badly. So he replaced that. And with it being handmade, these holes here, which I plan to run the intercooler pipes through, he enlarged them so I could run whatever size intercooler pipes I wanted, really. So I opted for those for that size. So he's done all that. As you can see there, brand new legs or chassis rails, thicker ones, so nice and strong. New gusset plates in there, all nicely welded. Just everything about this is, bulkhead was okay, managed to get away with that, so we've kept the original right hand drive bulkhead. That's all good. Let me come round. So yeah, passenger side, oh sorry, yeah, passenger side here, everything's being replaced. Exactly the same again with the rails. Come down to the front. And that's what it looks like. Everything brand new. On the old one, all round here, they're quite well known for it. All this was rotting away. Had loads of holes in it, so that's all brand new. Same with this one. This side was doing exactly the same, so that's all been replaced. What else have we got? The back end. I forgive the lighting because I've got turd lights down here, so I'll try and use this torch. Back end. So the arches have been repaired properly. I don't know if you remember when we did the reveal of me getting this new shell. It's a bit dirty there from, you can't really see it on the video that well, but there's a crease line here. You can probably see it better without the light on there. So this crease line here, when we got it, I think the crease line was up a bit there, and it was only if you know, like a few mil or so off, but you could tell. And Andy has repaired that properly, sorted all the rear arches out. Nice new proper crease line that goes all the way where it should be, in alignment with the door, so it literally follows the whole line of the car. Beautiful. He repaired that. There was a bad this bit here, I think it was that had been welded on very, very badly, so he's redone that, sorted that out. I don't know if you can be able to see down here, but I've changed it to a 240Z rear end, so the 260Z lights no longer work with this, so he's now had 240Z rear panels put in. Excuse all the dirt and muckiness. Yeah, so he's had 240Z rear tail light panels put in, so the 240Z rear slam put in with the exhaust cut out. So now I can put on the 240Z bumpers. It's had proper bumper conversion done rather than using adapter plates from a 260 to a 240Z bumper. So I think the 240Z bumpers look a lot sleeker and neater than the 260s. Let's go around here. And my new fuel cap that I managed to get off a friend. And same thing has been done on the driver's side. Oh, sorry, yeah, driver's side. All the rear's been repaired properly, and it's looking perfect. I don't know if I can get into the boot here. Let me Let me try and get in the boot and I'll see, because it had the rear slam as well. We're into the boot. Catch works. Beautiful. So down here, Andy's repaired the bits. So I think this is where we got to on the last bit of the video. Steve cut these bits out underneath. You can't see under there. Steve cut the bits out underneath there that were rotten. These new bits here that have been welded in both sides, and Andy has replaced those underneath and replaced this. I've got to go around all this with seam sealer, do all the rear end. Yeah, right, now inside the car, you can see there where the rear arch has been welded in. Now inside the car we have complete brand new floors, both sides. They're custom made by Andy. He obviously makes all his own. So there is version of the floors. Go through and I'll open the door. So, doors open. So these are the floors that are designed and made by Andy. Nice little dimple die in there, or dimple pattern, whatever. They give the metal some strength, so it's not just a piece of sheet metal. And same again there underneath the passenger seat. Same on the driver's side over there, and same again there. He also, you see these little strips here? That's where the OEM gearbox mounting ears used to be. I think that's what was then referred to as. But because I'm obviously running an RB25, need as much clearance as possible in the transmission tunnel, or gearbox tunnel for our British friends. So yeah, so that got taken out. My original seat mounts were used because they were salvageable, they were good, no problem. Still got a bit of work to do in here though, because whoever had this car before me, or did the work, went crazy with a welder and needs shooting. So I need to yeah, go over all those. They'll be under the carpet though, but I still know it's there and it needs to be sorted out. What else did he do? Oh, he replaced these outer sills here, both sides. Can't get around to that side, so you have to take my word for it, but believe me, he replaced the outer sills. These were from KF Vintage JDM, I believe. I had to order those because Andy doesn't currently make them, but he said they were great to work with, fitment wise, and went in no problem. He also replaced these dog legs here. Those are Andy's own creation. Andy makes those ones himself, so that was good. So we've got those, and I believe that is it for the work he's done. Right, I think I'll leave that one there. You've seen everything that's been done to the car by Andy. Again, Andy, legend, thank you very, very, very much. The only thing I've not shown you is underneath the bolts that are used for the rollover jig, rotisserie, wherever you are in the world. I've left them with Steve an hour and a half away. Of course I have, sod's law in it. So I've ordered some of those in the post. They'll be arriving soon, next couple of days or so I hope. I can get this thing on the rollover jig, and then I can start prepping underneath, seam sealing, going around stuff, ready for, I'm going to say we call it chassis protection underneath, truck liner, bed liner. I don't know what to use. I'm thinking Raptor liner, but I know there's other things out there. So if anyone's got any recommendations, etc., pop them below in the comments. We read every single one. There's not that many, let's be honest, at the minute. We read every one, and I would like some feedback if anyone's used anything that's decent. Any companies out there that if you watch this, you want to, feel free to send me some. Great, nice one. If you've got a discount on some or do me a deal on some, let me know. I'm happy to pay for it. I'm buying it anyway. But yeah, I'll crack on with the jazz. I'll get these bonnet pins sorted, and yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks for viewing.